I'm sure you've heard that stress is bad for your heart. But did you know that your thoughts, your beliefs about aging, stress, and your own health can actually change how your heart functions? Science now shows that optimism, mindfulness, and even purpose in life directly influence your heart's resilience. So if you think you're getting older means automatic heart decline, think again. Today we're diving into the mind-heart connection, how your mindset shapes your cardiovascular health, and what you can do to train your mind just like you train your body. That's today on the Personalized Fitness Podcast. Welcome back to the Personalized Fitness Podcast, where we are dispelling the myths of health, fitness, and wellness. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personalized Fitness. And if you have any questions about today's episode, you can reach out to us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. You can also email me at Garrett, G-A-R-R-E-T-T, Garrett at personaledgefitness.com. You can visit our website at personaledgefitness.com or connect with us on Facebook, Personal Edge Fitness, and X at Team PE. As always, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like and follow and also share either YouTube or Facebook so we can get some others involved. Now let's jump in. Today we're flipping the script on heart health. Most people think heart health is all about diet and exercise. And don't get me wrong, those are obviously crucial, but science now tells us that your mindset, your outlook on life, has just as much of an impact on your heart as what you eat and how often you train. Let's talk about your heart, or how your heart listens to your thoughts. All right, let's start with the obvious, stress. We all know that stress is bad for you. But did you know that chronic stress actually changes the structure of your heart? Here's how it works. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These are hormones that prepare you for danger. Now that's fine if you're, say, running from a bear. I'm not sure how recently that happened to you. But if you're just stuck in traffic, arguing online, or worrying about your 401k, that constant stress response keeps your heart rate elevated, it tightens your blood vessels, and spikes your blood pressure. Long term, that leads to inflammation, arterial damage, and higher heart rate disease. Heart disease, not heart rate disease. That's kind of ridiculous. It adds to higher heart disease. A major study from the Framingham Heart Study found that people with high levels of perceived stress were 48% more likely to develop heart disease, even if they had healthy diets and exercise regularly. So it's not just what happens to you, it's how you process stress that impacts your heart. Imagine your heart is like the suspension system on your car. If you're constantly slamming on the brakes, start, stop, your shocks will wear out faster. Now that's what chronic stress does to your heart. But if you smooth out the ride through relaxation, breathing techniques, and reframing stress, well, you'll reduce the wear and tear. Now let's talk about optimism. Science shows that people with a positive mindset actually have healthier hearts. A Harvard medical study found that people who were more optimistic had a 35% lower risk of cardiac events like heart attacks and strokes over a 10-year period. 35% lower risk. I think that's important and significant enough to look into. Why is that? Well, optimism lowers stress hormones like cortisol. It also encourages healthier behaviors. People who believe they can improve their health are more likely to exercise, eat well, and take care of themselves. It literally changes heart function. Studies show that people who feel hopeful have a better heart rate variability, something we refer to as HRV. This is a key marker of heart adaptability. Here's a fun fact. You ever notice how some people seem to just bounce back after setbacks? That's because they've trained their mindset. Their hearts are actually more resilient. They recover faster after stressful events, just like a well-conditioned athlete after a tough workout. Now, this is something I've talked about in other podcasts, and half of this I would like to talk about a lot more, and that's the placebo and the nocebo effect, or how your thoughts shape your heart. Did you know that your belief in your heart health actually influences how your heart functions? Now, there's something that most of us know. It's called the placebo effect, where people who think they're receiving medical treatment actually get better. There's multiple studies that have been done on the placebo effect, and all of them get the same conclusion. They're getting these, what they think is a medical treatment. They're actually not getting a medical treatment that makes them get better. And they actually do get better even though they're taking a fake pill or fake procedure. In one famous study published in the American Journal of Cardiology, researchers performed a fake heart procedure on patients with chest pain. Guess what? Their symptoms improved just because they believed the procedure was real. But here is the scary part, and this is what most people don't talk about, but it's affecting all of us, especially when it comes to aging. And that's what they call the nocebo effect. The opposite of the placebo effect is also true. People who believe they are in poor health are far more likely to develop heart disease, even if there's no physical reason for it. Now, why do I say that people are experiencing the nocebo effect in aging, quote-unquote aging? Well, we all inherently believe that we're going to be worse off as the years go by. That's what we refer to as aging. Well, there's not one clinical study on the earth that proves that time passing on a calendar actually causes deterioration. We are causing it through the nocebo effect. The moral of the story is your beliefs about your health can literally change your biology. So if stress is bad for you, and it's bad for your heart, what's the solution? One of the simplest, most effective ways to improve your heart health, believe it or not, is meditation and what they call mindfulness. Now, mindfulness has become a big buzzword. And I know that a lot of people, when you mention meditation and mindfulness, they think about, okay, this is a tin hat foil theory. No, it is a real thing. A study in the Journal of American Heart Association found that people who meditated daily for 8 weeks had a 15% reduction in blood pressure, they had lower resting heart rates, and they had better blood vessel function. Meditation isn't this woo-woo tin hat thinking. It literally rewires your nervous system to be less reactive to stress. And remember, I've said this many times, meditation can come about in many forms. Most people may be thinking of somebody sitting in the lotus position or chanting or something. But prayer is a form of meditation. Some people actually talking to themselves, giving them positive affirmations, even talking through difficult situations. That's a form of meditation. Think of meditation like a cool down after a workout. If you just stop exercising and sit down, your body is still revved up. Meditation helps your heart cool down from life's daily stressors, preventing long-term damage. The biggest takeaway here, your heart is not just a pump. It's an organ. It's actually a muscle. And it responds to your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Here's a few practical tips. First and foremost, most importantly, something I want everybody to do, reframe aging. Forget thinking that time passing on a calendar causes deterioration. Instead, believe that you can improve and your body will follow. Use gratitude. Research shows that gratitude lowers blood pressure and increases that HRV we were talking about earlier. Practice deep breathing. It slows the heart rate and activates recovery mode. That's mainly by getting more oxygen in your body. And stay socially connected. Strong relationships literally protect heart health. Keep in mind, your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It's the most powerful tool for longevity. It's the most powerful organ in your body. It can make you leap tall buildings, and it can actually kill you. Your thoughts shape your heart health. So start thinking positively to train your body to be more healthy. Well, that wraps up today's episode, but if you'd like to learn more, reach out to us at 251-278-3343. Email me at garrett@personaledgefitness.com. Feel free to visit our website at personaledgefitness.com or connect with us on Facebook, Personal Edge Fitness, and X at Team PE. As always, like, follow, and share. But remember, your heart believes what you tell it. Make sure you're telling it something good. And that's just one more way Personal Edge Fitness helps you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope to see you next time.